Modern mastering tools powered by intelligent music production use unsupervised learning to find patterns in audio. Recall that unsupervised learning refers to finding patterns and structures in data without using labeled examples, revealing relationships that emerge naturally from the data itself, a process called clustering. By clustering thousands of songs using music features like rhythm, spectral content, or timbre, these systems define style templates, distinct sonic fingerprints of genres and musical styles. These templates enable a mastering system to adapt its processing to match the style of any new track. This clustering approach drives the mastering engine. A new track is analyzed and automatically placed within the most relevant style cluster, for example, rock. The system then applies processing aligned with the cluster's typical sonic profile, shaping EQ, loudness, and stereo image to meet genre expectations. This is a process that commercial software uses behind the scenes. In these apps, the system proposes different mastering configurations to the user, depending on the level of creative control they want to maintain. Most of today's mastering software is based on the Expert Mastering Assistant, or EMA. The EMA was an early AI-driven mastering tool designed to listen to a set of musical selections and offer expert advice to mastering engineers. It suggested parameters for signal processing modules such as EQ, compression, and reverb. At its core, the EMA combines unsupervised machine learning, specifically a clustering step, with a rule-based system that applies if-then logic to make mastering decisions. Let's take a closer look at how it works. The EMA begins by analyzing a huge music database of more than 10,000 songs, extracting over 40 features per track, including time domain metrics such as amplitude envelopes and spectral features to help define genre characteristics. The low-level features extractor processes the raw audio from the music database, computing basic signal properties directly from the waveform and frequency spectrum. These low-level features are then sent to the high-level feature extractor database, which derives more complex musical and production characteristics such as tempo, dynamic range, stereo width, and timbral variety. The EMA clusterer then takes over using a machine learning clustering algorithm to analyze these high-level features across all 10,000 songs. It groups them into approximately 30 clusters based on sonic similarity. This clustering process creates the database of music genre typical vectors. Each cluster represents a distinct musical feature or genre, with a representative typical feature configuration that captures the sonic fingerprint of that category. When a new track is loaded into the EMA, the song to be mastered enters the execution pipeline. The system extracts both low and high-level features from the new song using the same analysis process applied during training. The EMA then computes the song's complete feature vector and compares it to the learned clusters in the database of music genre typical vectors, identifying which genre cluster the new songs belong to, for example, rock, jazz, or electronic. Once the genre is identified, the mapping expert system takes center stage. This is a rule-based system that compares the new song's feature with the typical features of its assigned genre cluster. The mapping expert system applies rules to determine what adjustments in parametric controls are needed. For instance, if the song's high frequency range is lower than the genre average, the system might suggest brightening the EQ. Finally, these control parameters are presented through a graphical user interface, where the user can see the system's suggestions and adjust them, taking a supervisory role. The output is a master track that balances the intelligent recommendations of the system with the creative decision of the human engineering, ensuring both technical excellence and artistic vision.